I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of teams who come off losses just 1 week ago and now want to flip things back in a positive direction. It's the Browns going up against the Ravens. With that, we'll send you up to Baltimore, and standing by at M&T Bank Stadium are the two men who will call the action. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Now Griffin on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Griffin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Kamala Correa. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run again here with Wentz. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
We're at 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Play action, Flacco. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
the memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Griffin. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Ravens taking the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay.
He's got a man complete. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down. This is Wentz. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. And they're going to have a third down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So third and medium here, 3rd and 5. Third down, Flacco from the gun. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt. Maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now it's Griffin. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that.
Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's got time in the pocket. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Griffin will throw again. Finding time. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 2nd and 10 now. Griffin gets it to Gordon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Griffin on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
To throw is RG3. He's got time. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
3rd and long. It's Griffin. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got that one complete to Eddie Royal. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now West. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
West, and an alley to run. The 20, and now off to the races down the right side, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West with touchdown number 7 on the year, and the Ravens are in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Well, this O-line, they've had trouble with a pass rush all game long. This time it cost them 2 points.
I mean, you've got a quarterback back there who's running for his life, and he's had no time to throw the football. They've sacked him time and again, and this time they do it in the end zone.
You said it, partner. No time, none whatsoever. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it?
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Carl Nassib, the rookie from Penn State, in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, Flacco to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taking it about the 16. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On first down, Griffin. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Flacco. He hits West underneath. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Flacco to throw again on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
On the ground, it's West again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Surveying the field. Forced out to his left. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. From the gun, it's Griffin. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Griffin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll make it third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Third and 2, now Griffin. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second and 10 now. Griffin looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it with West. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
To pass, Flacco looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Operating off play action. Flacco. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going to wind up and air it out, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Play action. Flacco. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And his guys will take over at at the 25-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Griffin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Here's Hester. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Second down, Flacco now. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The tight end, Gary Barnidge, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. Caught left side. It's Barnidge. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. So it'll be first down here after the run. How about this? Flacco setting to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That'll be taken in the end zone. He's so quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And this is incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. To throw is RG3. He finds Coleman. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Griffin, and incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Griffin. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Griffin, he's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now it's Griffin, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now it's Griffin, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And a gain there of 11 yards. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And they're just sort of going through a really tough stretch here right now, Charles. They can't seem to get back in the win column.
They have to keep their heads up, get back to their fundamentals, and just play the football they know they're capable of. Don't try and do everything perfect, but also don't just let down and let the season get away from them.